Hi Jeff, it's Lisa. So like I promised, I wanted to make you a video. So normally what I would do is compare your website to your number one competitor's website, but of course you don't have a website yet, so this is just, I'll just show you kind of what happens, what pops up when someone types in burgers Bethesda and kind of go off the number one person for this particular keyword. So the first thing I do want to show you is that, this is the Google Map pack that I was talking about. You want to be listed in these three spots, okay? So that's the first thing I would say. I help businesses get into this area, like I mentioned earlier. So to get into this Google Map pack, you have to have a lot of citations. So citations are just your business name, address, and phone number on online directories such as Yelp, Facebook. Most of them are free, but you may have to pay for a few of them. But essentially, you want to have a lot of citations to beat out your competitors. I run an analysis on these three businesses to see how many citations they have, and I double it essentially. Also, so that's the main component to get into this section. You do another component that helps are obviously the reviews. So this is going to be really big for you. Everyone looks up, wants to see how the food is, what are people saying. So I would help you get reviews, Google reviews. There's different ways you can post it on your social media, on Facebook. There's just a ton of different ways, so I can also help you with that. You can see that 3.9 stars, so that people are going to be like a little bit like, well, what's going on here, right? So for a restaurant, you want consistency, right? You want 4.4, 4.3, anything above 4 is usually good. So BGR, the burger joint, is number 1, and then these two are 2 and 3. So when you scroll down, so this is a directory. So this is Yelp. A lot of things you search, Yelp will be the first one. Also TripAdvisor, another directory. So, obviously I would list you in the Yelp directory, TripAdvisor, all of them, all the major ones in the area, and then plus a ton more. Normally I put about 400 citations, believe it or not. The more citations, the better. Once you land in this area, you'll be in that area, you'll be in this for a long time because we just use so many citations. And then we also optimize your photos. So that's another thing, taking really good photos, real photos of the food, of your staff, of the area, of the restaurant you're in, or the restaurant that you have. Obviously, people want to know real photos. So that will help you, just grab people's attention, let people know what's going on. So again, these are all things I can help you with. So the first, this is another magazine directory kind of sort of. So you can also be featured in things like this, but we would have to see what the cost is. So that could be a monthly cost to be featured in there or a yearly cost. But that's another obviously good way to get marketing going. But it's not necessarily necessary, right? So this isn't like a huge indicator. It's just something that would be nice to have. So this is your number one competitor. So their website's ranking number 1. Not considering these Yelp and other directories. So BGR, theburgerjoint.com, is your number one competitor. So I'll show you their website. So this is what it looks like. Obviously, it's very eye-catching. They have their logo. It's pretty self-explanatory. Again, your logo. I don't know if you have the rights to the tavern. Then you could utilize the same logo, or if you have to make a new logo, whatever have you. Obviously I can help you with that. But your logo is something you want to be consistent about. So obviously through all your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that, the colors need to be consistent throughout your website. So when you have a logo, make sure that you really love it. It's not really good to change your logo. It just kind of presents confusion. You just want to, you just have to think about what are the really good logos out there that people just know, right? It's McDonald's, it's Starbucks, it's Nike. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It's just simple, but it's consistent on everything, right? I mean, a lot of it's psychology. It's how people think, so, just think about it. Obviously you're very proactive and you're already, brainstorming, which is great. So you see that they have, the real photos of their real staff, really great. Obviously, having an app or some type of rewards on apps are great. Working with Grubhub, working with all of those third party entities are really great because people already have Grubhub. So if you're able to just, be featured on that and people can order from Grubhub, that's a huge thing for you. And so, yeah, their branding and their website's really great. They have all these locations and they have, how many? I think Maryland has 4. No, wait. They have all these locations. So it looks like, Bethesda, yeah, you're thinking about Gaithersburg, and obviously Bethesda. So, this would be your number 1 competitor actually in a few of the cities that you want. So they did a great job with their website. Again, I can make your website, but you really want to be featured number 1. That's the whole point, and then that's how you get exposure. That's how people find you. So you can be number 1 in the Google Map Pack, and then be number 1 in, we call this what naturally comes up. So this is the organic section. So again, this is the GMB, so Google Map area, and then this is the organic section. So what we do is that we optimize your photos, we optimize the actual words as well. So meaning when you save a photo or a video, you want it to be a keyword or keyword phrase. So what are people searching? They're searching burgers Bethesda, or burger joint, or burgers and fries, or whatever have you, or diner, however you want to be featured. But what you have to think about, what are people typing into Google? So you're telling Google, what's your ideal clientele? People typing in burgers Bethesda or burgers Gaithersburg, so on and so forth. I'll show you kind of like further more so you understand kind of what I'm saying. But yeah, they did a great job, but these are just things, that are really important for your particular industry. So what I'll show you is their analytics for their website so you can understand what goes on the back end. So this is our analytics system. So basically I put any website in it and it tells you exactly what's going on the back end, like I said. So if you really want to rank number on Google, or rank number 1 on Google for a specific city or in service, you want to pay attention to this section, the referring domain and backlink section. So this is why they're number 1. They have 783 referring domains and 18,400 backlinks. So just remember, they have a bunch of locations. So this is combined with all of their locations. So, this is a lot and would be very expensive, but don't worry. They have a lot of states, they have a lot of cities, so it's kind of cumulative. So when you start with one city, it's not going to, you don't need to beat them out on 18,400 backlinks, right? So essentially, you have to think about a referring domain as a high power, high credible website linking back to your website. So they're sharing their power with you. And not all backlinks are created equal. You don't want any spammy ones that will actually bring your website down. So essentially I go into here, I have access to all of their stuff. So I can see which referring domains they're using, which ones are the most powerful, and then I use those same domains on your website. Same thing for backlinks. I have access to the back end. I know exactly which ones they're using, and I can utilize the same ones that are most powerful and beneficial for you. So obviously, you don't have a Utah location, so I wouldn't put this backlink, right? So, but you kind of get the idea. I basically use the most powerful ones, and then I add more backlinks and referring domains to help you get up to the first page quickly and quicker. So it does take a little bit of time. I would say the quickest to rank a site, depending on what the competition is doing, is 6 months, and then could take a year and a half. So that's why it does take some time. It's not quick. so the next thing is the organic keywords. This is what I was saying earlier. So they have 4,500 keywords that they're ranking for. That's giving them 8,700 people to their website a month. So that's a lot of people. Obviously, they're getting a lot of people to their restaurant. They're getting a lot of orders. So they're doing everything correct, right? So we go into this section and I'll tell you which keywords they're ranking for. So BGR obviously is their name, so their brand name is ranking. So 26,000 people search that in Google a month. So that's what that number means, and they're number 2 on Google for this word. So these are just national keywords because they don't have a city attached to them. So I'll show you. So BGR Annapolis. So this has a city attached to them. So BGR Annapolis, 1,300 people search that a month. And they're number 1. So they're getting a lot of visitors to their website that and then they're going to the restaurant, or at least doing research on it. BGR South Orange, 350 people search that a month. They're number 1. So they're getting a lot of traffic. BGR Springfield, 150 people search that a month. They're number 1. BGR Germantown, 150 people search that a month. They're number 1. So if you look at the cities, like Annapolis, apparently they really love burgers there. You know what I mean? So that would be a great target city. BGR Germantown, only 150 people search that month. That's just, don't think of it as that's, all the people that are searching. It's just that they know BGR and they're typing BGR in front of it. So that may not be a good indicator of how many people are, or how many people are searching burgers, right? So, but it gives you a good indicator, of like, hey, how, what are people, so burger Bethesda, this is what you would be searching for or put in your website. 200 people search that a month, they're number 2. So burger Bethesda needs to be in your website. So you can get an idea of, what you need to put into your website. So I hope that makes sense.